Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Justin from Extreme Health Radio. We got an interesting question from a longtime listener named Wendy, and she writes in and wants to know how to best store her green juice. And let me tell you, Wendy, I totally understand and sympathize with your situation, because Wendy goes on in the email to discuss how she hates making green juice, and she hates it. It takes her so long, and she wants to learn how to do it in such a way where she can just make it like once a week. And so I thought, you know what, I've learned a couple things over the years that I might be able to share with people that would enable people to do that. So obviously with green juices and making juices, one of the first things you want to look out for are the centrifugal juicers. Now, these are the juicers that have the masticating blades, and they usually eject the pulp out the back. And these types of juicers typically will oxidize the juice. So they'll apply heat to the juice and in turn destroy some enzymes and destroy some of the living qualities that are in green juice. But what you can do if you want to make your juice last a long time, something you can do, something to consider. Fill up your jars all the way. Now, I have a green juice I just made here. Actually, I didn't even make it. I made it with this Organifi green juice powder. I don't know if you can see this, but it's Organifi green juice powder by Drew Canoli. It's the next best thing to making a green juice. I'll put a link to it below if you're interested. But this is what I have in a mason jar. And what you want to do is fill up your mason jar all the way to the top, to the very, very top. But before you do that, put about a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of raw unheated honey in the mason jar, and then fill up the mason jar all the way to the top as far as you possibly can. There's also another product that you can use, a couple of different products. I'll put links to them, called Crystal Energy and Mega Hydrate. And you can put a couple drops of each of these. You can buy them, and it will rehydrate your water and keep the living enzymes alive for much longer. And you can look online for those. So add the honey, unheated raw honey with the enzymes, and then the couple drops of the Mega Hydrate and the Crystal Energy to the green juice. I usually try to drink it right away. That's one of the things. I like to drink my juice right as soon as I make it. But if you want to store it up for a long time, you can put the put those three substances in there, or two substances, or just the honey if you have that. Fill it all the way to the top and put a lid on there, and then cover it up and make it so that it's nice and dark. Because the juice that's inside of a fruit or a vegetable is typically blocked by light. And so light is not meant to hit the juice. And when the fragments of light hit the juices, it causes it to defragment, become unstructured or destructured, and it causes it to break down and to lose its life force. So in the same way that like nuts are inside of a fruit sometimes, or inside of something where you're not really supposed to expose those nuts to light. So the darker you can keep it and the colder you can keep it, and you fill it all the way to the top, and make sure it's airtight with those substances in that, would be the most ideal way to drink your juice. Also, something to consider too is instead of using a centrifugal juicer, the most ideal way that you can juice, and the most powerful juice that you can make, would be growing your own food. Have your own vegetables that you grow yourself, and you put some sort of rock dust or sea minerals, diluted ocean water. You can buy these online, and mineralize your soils to the proper amount so that your fruit and your vegetables are getting all the minerals and the vitamins that they're able to get from the soil. Because as you know, most of the time, our fruits and vegetables don't contain everything they're able to contain. Like, for example, I think a tomato is able to have about 56 minerals. It's able to uptake 56 different minerals from the soil. But if there's only 40 minerals from the soil, then the tomato can only uptake 40, possibly 40 minerals. So you want to make sure your soil has all the minerals in it, with things like rock dust, manure, composting, diluted ocean water. And you can do that and till the soil and make sure that it's got lots of minerals. Grow that, and then pick the food as you're going to juice it, and then run it through a Norwalk juicer. Now, a Norwalk juicer is a press juicer, so it's not going to oxidize the juice. So that would be the most ideal way that you can actually make a juice, because the fruit that you pick is going to be highly mineralized, and it's going to be fresh because you're going to have picked it right before you juice it. And then the way you juice it with the press juicer, there's other press juicers on the market, but the best one to get is the Norwalk if you can afford it. We don't have one, but it's hands down the best juicer. And then you can make a batch of juice that lasts for like a week. And then if you store it, like I said, with honey and the Crystal Energy and the Mega Hydrate, filling it all the way to the top and keep it dark and nice and cold. Some people may want to freeze the juice too, but that could be something that you could do. But those are some ways to, if you could do all of that, that would be the best and most healthy way to juice. But if you're only able to do one or two of those things, more power to you, because most people aren't even juicing at all. So in any event, Wendy, thank you for your email. I really appreciate it. And your question, I really appreciate that a lot. Here's to your green juice. I hope you enjoy yours, and hopefully you can get into a routine where you can make it once a week and make it easier and more simple for your life. So thank you for your question. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, we talk about alternative health, spiritual development, personal growth, all kinds of cool stuff on extremehealthradio.com. And if you are interested in that kind of stuff, you can sign up to our newsletter by texting the word Get Healthy to 33444. And we appreciate your support via Amazon. We appreciate your support via Patreon. We appreciate your support by signing up to our newsletter, staying up to date with everything we have going on. So Wendy, thank you for your question. And if you'd like to submit your own question, you could always email me on our website under the contact page. So appreciate it so much, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.